The next thing you can do to improve your style is use strong verbs. What's a strong verb? For that matter, what's a verb? For our purposes, I don't necessarily want to talk about the grammatical definition of verb. I just want to talk about that part of the sentence that describes the action, that gets things moving and people doing. As for strong verbs, well, let's see if you can tell me. I'm going to give you a series of sentences. Everything is the same except the verb. Which sounds better to you and why? The project is a reflection of years of hard work. The project reflects years of hard work. Adopting a pet relieves the acute pains of depression. The adoption of a pet brings relief from the acute pains of depression. We took the company through the liquidation process in early December. We liquidated the company in early December. This historic mansion isn't really a house. It's so much more. This historic mansion can only loosely be termed a house. It's so much more. The assistant coach was relieved of his responsibilities after months of disappointing results. I fired the assistant coach after months of disappointing results. The large fines deter drunk driving. The large fines disincentivize drunk driving. Rank your responsibilities. Prioritize your responsibilities. We hope this competition will incentivize you to work extra hard over the next 3 months. We hope this competition will motivate you to work extra hard over the next 3 months. So, which do you prefer with those first three? As for me, I strongly prefer reflects, relieves, and liquidated. For one, they're shorter, and I always like shorter, but I don't think that's exactly why I prefer them. In these sentences, these words are action words, they're verbs. But in the bad examples, they get turned into nouns, and the only way to bring the action back is to add another verb. Is a reflection of, brings relief, take through liquidation. It's like, take the verb walk and the noun walker. We could say Kevin walks and Kevin uses the walker. Both express the same idea, but walk is stronger than walker. And just like you'd prefer walking to using a walker, you should prefer the verb walk to the noun walker. Did you notice that the adoption of and adopting sound about the same? That's because in both cases they are nouns in the sentence. They're the subject. The verb is relieves. Adoption and relief and liquidation, these are fine words, but they're nouns. Use them as subjects and everything is okay. Use them as verbs and you'll have a problem. 2. Passive voice. So as a rule, I don't like the passive voice. I prefer isn't to be loosely termed and fired to was relieved of. Active voice is shorter, and again, that's one reason to like it. But those passive voice sentences sound weak. Active voice is just stronger. There are some situations where passive is great, but actually we're going to get to the passive a bit more in the grammar videos later. So for now, let's move on to the third way to create weak verbs. Third is heavy words. I prefer deter, rank, and motivate. They just feel more comfortable to me, less academic. In general, you'll want to use shorter, simpler verbs. But you might disagree with some of those. You might say, Jeremy, my man. Prioritize has more syllables than rank, but prioritize and rank are different things. For that matter, you might also mean organize, size up, or estimate. You've got to choose the right verb before you choose the so-called strong verb. To the straw man, I reply, absolutely. Strong verbs matter, but so does precise vocabulary. In fact, it's our next topic.